Hey Huron County, I am back again with your October market update. Right now, a lot of people are stuck in this weird limbo state. Sellers aren't sure if it's the right time to list, buyers are second guessing whether to act or wait, and it feels like the market is just dragging along. But here's the thing, even in a slower market, homes are still selling, deals are still being made, and the people who understand what's actually happening are making smarter and more confident moves. This update is about cutting through the noise and showing you exactly where the market is shifting and how to use it to your advantage. I'm going to be sharing what I've told my own clients this month, including why I've advised some sellers to hold off until spring and how buyers are still landing a great deal if they know what to look for. If you skip this one, you might miss your window or worse and make a move based on bad timing or the wrong advice. So let's dig into the numbers and make sure that that is not you. Let's start with the supply. We closed October with 5.7 months of inventory. That is a solid drop from September's 7.1 and the lowest that we've seen since November 2024. So even though there are still a lot of listings out there, things are starting to tighten just a little bit. We also saw 163 new listings in October, slightly more than the month before, but a huge jump compared to October last year when we only saw 111. So what does that mean? It tells us that the market feels like there's a lot of choice because technically there is. But at the same time, buyers are buying and they're absorbing inventory faster than before. October saw 93 sales across Huron County, which is a 43% increase from last October. That stronger buyer activity is what's helping eat through the available inventory, which is why the months of supply dropped even though listings were up. This shift is subtle and we're hoping that it's only going to grow stronger in the new year. Okay, let's talk about prices. The average sale price in Huron County this October was around $613,000 with a median of $525,000. That's up from September and puts us back in line with summer pricing levels. The smaller gap between average and median is telling us that we saw a healthy movement across the board, not just in high-end or entry-level homes. To my sellers out there, this shows buyers are still willing to pay for value. So you don't need to underprice, but do focus on showing value. Highlight functionality, updated features, income potential, or energy savings. The homes that are telling a clear story about a long-term lifestyle are the ones that are still going to be drawing attention. Days on market. The homes averaged 68 days on market in October, slightly down from September 73. This is showing us that well-prepped and priced homes are still selling in 2 months or less, even as we move deeper into the fall and a little bit of winter. But here's something I'm constantly reminding clients. A longer days on market stat doesn't mean something's wrong with the property. We've been sitting in the 60 to 90 day range all year long. That's just the rhythm of this market and it shouldn't be something that you're afraid of. If your listing agent isn't providing this data up front and setting expectations of days on market, I can see how it can be very frustrating and confusing on why your house isn't selling in weeks. I've submitted offers way under asking and some accepted at $50,000 with larger days on market. So sellers are willing to negotiate if you're serious and the offer is clean and reasonable based on comparables. But I do want to touch a little bit more on this at the end of the video, so please stick around. Let's dig into the interest rates because this is something a lot of you are asking about right now. October's fixed rate hovered around 4.45 with variable closer to 3.9%. Information from the Bank of Canada says that after 2 strong job reports, it's believed that the Bank of Canada has hit pause on any cuts for the rest of the year. So that's signaling some stability heading into 2026, which can help buyers and those renewing mortgages feel more confident. A lot of clients are asking me whether they should go fixed or variable, and I am not a mortgage broker or professional, but here's the advice I do feel confident in giving. Work with a mortgage professional who explains both options very clearly, shows you real numbers, and walks you through the worst case scenarios without making it feel overwhelming. If you are leaning towards a variable rate, which can be very attractive in some circumstances, Ask them to break it down. If they can't give you proof, breakdowns, or tailored advice that actually fits your situation, then a fixed rate might be the peace of mind that you're looking for. If you need help with a trusted advisor, please reach out and I'm happy to connect you. Okay, wrapping up this market report, what does the full picture say? October brought 163 new listings, 5 months of inventory, and homes selling in just over 2 months on average. South Huron did lead the sales this month again, which isn't shocking given the amount of people that commute to London. Huron East also had solid activity, especially with first-time homebuyers leaning towards more affordable pockets. And even with the fall slowdown, lakefront markets like Goderich and Bluewater still saw movement. And to end this video, I want to circle back on something that I'm talking about with other realtors or explaining to my sellers when pricing. A really common idea is let's list high so that we have room to negotiate. And I totally get where that feels logical. But in this market, buyers are negotiating no matter what. Even when a home is priced perfectly, most buyers are still coming in 10 to 20,000 under asking unless their agent has run comps and told them that it's worth jumping on. So listing high doesn't protect you. It just slows down your launch. And buyers today are so smart. If you are priced 25,000 over market value, they know it immediately and they scroll past. That's what leads to fewer showings, fewer eyes, and eventually a price reduction conversation, which is something that we both hate as agents and sellers. And here's the part that no one likes hearing. A $10,000 reduction rarely makes a difference right now because buyers are already comfortable offering under list. If you actually need to reach a new buyer pool, those adjustments usually start around $25,000. And I'm mentioning this because strategic pricing is not about undervaluing your home. It's about protecting your momentum. And in a slower market, momentum is everything right now. The listings that launch clean, show well, and hit the right price point from day one are the ones that are getting offers. And that's really the key takeaway from October. The market is steady, not stalled, and the sellers who stay realistic and strategic are seeing great results. Okay, real estate in Huron County isn't about following national headlines. It's about understanding your price range, your neighborhood, and your goals. If you're not sure whether now or spring makes sense for you, let's talk. I'll give you honest, pressure-free advice based on the data and your personal situation. Whether you're buying soon, selling later, or just want to plan ahead for 2026, I'm here when you need me. And if this update helped bring some clarity, go ahead and like, share, or tag someone that you think it'll be helpful for as well. Thank you for watching, and I will be back next month with another report.